Hi, I'm Clark, and if you notice me in any episode with a camera, it's because I'm giving you the Aqua Kids point of view, so keep a lookout for the Clark Cam.
We're back with the answer to today's Aqua Kids pop quiz. Let's hop right in. The largest frog in the world is B, the African Goliath frog. African Goliath frogs can measure up to 11 inches wide and sometimes get as big as rabbits. I'd hate to see the size of the flies they eat.
Welcome back.
It's time to strap on your scuba gear
And get ready to dive in.
To more Aqua Kids.
All right, there's Steve and the dolphin. Let's walk slowly, be careful of turtle nest, and let's look at the environment too. We want to look at the tide, position of the animal, make a good assessment of our environmental conditions when we arrive. So now we've just arrived and we're going to talk to our stranding coordinator, Steve Burton, to get an idea of what's going on with this dolphin. Steve?
This animal seems to be calm right now. It's got some normal respirations, but we'll take a look with the veterinarian.
One of the first things we want to do is keep some water on the animal to keep him cool and shaded if possible. I'll get the towel. Let's have our Aqua Kids team get some of the water. We can start sponging the animal down.
Sounds like a good idea.
Get some water?
Yep.
Okay, that's great. And we'll need some of those sponges too.
All right, here you go.
There you go. All right, Steve, now we've worked to stabilize the animal and we have our crowd control under control. We're going to turn it over to Dr. Julie Goldstein. Dr. Julie's going to make an assessment and we'll find out where we go from here.
Sounds good.
So now that we have the animal stabilized, the first thing we want to do is get a good look at the animal's entire body and look for any cuts or any scrapes, maybe any shark bites, because we see that quite a bit in the animals here in the ocean. Once we do that, then I want to just assess the animal's overall condition. So feel if it's thin, if it's in good body condition. Check the fat pads right behind the blowhole. If that's indented, the animal might be emaciated and maybe not have had a good meal.
So, Dr. Jolie, the heart, the lungs sound good, his breath is clear. Steve says his respirations are calm and the eyes and mouth are clear. I think it's about time we transport this one back to the Dolphin Research Center at Harbor Branch, Florida Atlantic University.
I agree. I think that's the next step. This animal seems stable enough that we can put him in our dolphin ambulance and take him to the dolphin pool, which is also a floating or a wet exam room, if you will.
All right. We're going to roll him into the stretcher very gently. So let's take the water buckets outside the stretcher poles and bring the stretcher up alongside the animal. So, Katie, Rachel, all right, let's lay the stretcher down and get it into position. Here's what we're going to do. Rachel, roll your stretcher up like this, nice and easy. There you go. Now let's pull this side up alongside, close to the dolphin's body. And Steve, if you will, roll him back to you. Check that pectoral flipper, roll him back to you.
That is good.
Very good. Katie and Rachel, let's pull the stretcher right up under that body. There we go. Roll it one more turn, pull it inside. All right. Now we're going to roll the dolphin very carefully back to me. Steve, are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
On the count of 3, we're going to use the dorsal fin. Kind of pull him up and over and lay him gently down. Check that pectoral flipper and put him in position. All right, Rachel, you and Steve now roll this stretcher pole out and we should have it well positioned in the center of the stretcher. All right, team, let's grab our gear, our rescue first responder kits. Let's grab our clipboard and our notebooks and let's each take a section of the stretcher so we can carry the animal back to the dolphin ambulance.
Okay.
And on the count of 3, let's lift. 1, 2, 3, up. And we're ready to relocate the animal.
All right.
All right, we want to keep the dolphin balanced. We want to make sure that we're all able to lift and manage the animal without anybody getting fatigued. And remember, this time of year, let's watch out for the turtle nests that are on the beaches.
How many people would you usually have carrying one of the stretchers?
Well, the more the better.
Yeah.
And the heavier the animal is, the more people we need, obviously.
Right.
All right, remember it's always important to keep the head up a little bit. That's it. Keep in balance. All right. We have a narrow walkway, so let's work together to get through to the Marine Mammal Rescue Unit, and we're almost there. All right, team, we're coming up to a key transition point now. We're going to load the Dolphin into the Marine Mammal Rescue Unit and take him back to Harbor Branch Oceanographic Stranding Center. All right, watch your step. Let's spread out on either side and load him into the transport box very carefully. Hold your stretcher poles up. All right, now nice and gently, let's set her down and let's make sure our stretcher poles are in place. The veterinarian, Dr. Julie, will stay up on the head of the Dolphin along with our senior animal care coordinator, Steve Burton, and we'll start counting respirations. Look at the heartbeat. We're going to continue to keep him sprayed down with our special pumps and sprayers on the unit, and we'll transport him back to the Harbor Branch Oceanographic Institute's Marine Mammal Stranding Center at Florida Atlantic University.
Stick around to find if the Dolphin makes it safely to the center. Aqua Kids presents Traveler's Tips. These do's and don'ts will help you to be an eco-friendly tourist. Always ask your tour guide what the environmental guidelines are for the country you're visiting. This will help you to limit your impact on the environment and the local culture. These guidelines involve things such as staying on trails, maintaining proper distances from flora and fauna, and not encouraging drivers to get too close to wildlife.
Don't go channel surfing.
The waves here are great.
So stick around.
Aqua Kids will be right back.